So let's talk about AI and your career. Is it the biggest threat you've ever faced, or is it actually the single greatest opportunity to come along in our lifetime? This question is on pretty much everyone's mind, and today we're going to dig in and find some real answers.
Because let's just be honest, that's the real question, right? It's the one nagging at the back of our minds every time we see some mind-blowing new AI demo. Are our jobs safe?
Well, after diving deep into research from some heavy hitters, we're talking Morgan, GitHub, Gartner, and Coursera, the answer is, well, it's definitely not a simple yes or no. The data tells a really complex story, one that's unfolding right now, with some signals that are genuinely concerning, right alongside some that point to absolutely explosive growth.
I mean, on one hand, you're seeing job growth in key white-collar professions actually start to slow down. But on the other hand, developer activity, new projects, it's all accelerating at a pace we have literally never seen before. So how can both of these things be true at the same time?
That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to untangle this paradox, connect the dots between these signals that seem to contradict each other, and give you a clear, actionable roadmap for what comes next.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the shock to the system. Because this isn't some far-off future problem. The data is pretty clear that the disruption, it's already here.
And look, this isn't just a hunch. JP Morgan's chief U.S. economist Michael Feroli points out that we all tend to talk about this as tomorrow's problem, but the hints in the data suggest it's already impacting knowledge worker jobs today.
JP Morgan's research team found something really unusual. For the first time in a long time, the unemployment rate for people with a college degree is actually trending higher than the overall rate. Now that's a huge red flag that something fundamental is shifting in the white-collar world.
And if you break it down by major, you can see exactly where the pressure is building. Graduates in fields you'd think would be safe, like computer engineering and graphic design, are the ones seeing a big jump in unemployment. This really suggests that AI is already starting to displace some of the very skills that were hottest just a few years ago.
And looking down the road, the research firm Gartner has a pretty stark prediction. By 2030, they expect a full quarter of all IT work to be completely automated, done by bots. The other 75%, that'll still be done by humans, but will be heavily assisted by AI. The era of working without AI is closing, and it's closing fast.
But wait, that is only half the story. Because on the flip side of all this disruption, we're seeing something incredible, a period of massive acceleration, a time where AI isn't replacing people. It's acting as a powerful catalyst for brand new growth.
Just take a look at GitHub. Right now, there are over 180 million developers on that platform. To put that in perspective, just last year, that number was 100 million.
Yeah, you heard that right. 36 million new developers in a single year. That works out to more than one new developer joining every single second. This isn't a field that's dying. It's a historic, unprecedented boom.
And here is the why behind that boom. People are using AI to build amazing things. The number of public projects using large language models, the tech behind tools like ChatGPT, it grew by 178% last year alone. So AI isn't just displacing old tasks, it's fueling an absolute explosion of new creation. Okay, so we've got this dual reality, right? Disruption on one side, insane creation on the other. So what skills actually matter now? Let's get really practical here and look at the high-income toolkit you need to thrive, based on some great research from Coursera.
All right, the first critical set of skills is what we're calling the data trio. These are the jobs that are all about taking the insane amounts of data being generated every second and turning it all into smart, actionable decisions.
And we are not talking about low-paying jobs here. An AI engineer can command a base salary of over $132,000. A data scientist, we're talking nearly $165,000. These are the people who are literally building and making sense of our new AI-powered world.
Next up, let's talk about the bedrock builders. Because as our world gets more digital and as we rely more and more on AI, having a secure and stable foundation for everything becomes absolutely non-negotiable. And it turns out, protecting all this new tech is just as valuable as creating it. A security architect earns, on average, over $164,000. And even a penetration tester, someone who basically gets paid to ethically hack into systems to find their weaknesses, they're earning well over $112,000.
But here's the twist. The technical skills, they're only part of the puzzle. The World Economic Forum has identified a whole set of uniquely human skills that, as AI automates the boring stuff, are becoming more valuable than ever before.
Topping that list, analytical and creative thinking. And it makes perfect sense, right? As AI gets better and better at doing the how, our value shifts to figuring out the what and the why. AI can follow orders perfectly, but it can't invent a new business strategy out of thin air, or inspire a team, or pivot when the market suddenly changes. That's why these skills, leadership, agility, listening, they're becoming the real game changers. This is our irreplaceable human edge.
So let's pull all of this together. We've seen the disruption, we've seen the incredible acceleration, and we've identified the skills, both the technical and the human ones, that are in huge demand. So what's the bottom line? I think this quote from Rob O'Donoghue, an analyst at Gartner, just nails it. The biggest roadblock isn't the technology, it's us. It's our own readiness, our willingness to adapt and to learn how to use these powerful new tools to create value.
And that brings us back to our very first question, but now with a totally new perspective. The real threat isn't AI itself, it's falling behind. So the final thought I'm going to leave you with is this: AI won't replace you, but a person using AI will. The only question left is, are you ready to be that person?